Alright guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today I have a Dino dossier to show you guys. Wildcard released this about 15 minutes ago, and I've been looking at information and I'm super excited. This is, and I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but the YUTYRANNUS, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna call him a Yuty. I've heard a bunch of sites pronounce the name in like different ways, so I'm not exactly sure what to call it. But yeah, it looks freaking amazing. I've read up about it and I'm ready to show you guys how awesome this thing is going to be. So if at any point in this video you find yourself liking this video, be sure to beat the crap out of that like button. It really does help me out. And yeah, let's go with this guy. So we should probably read through the dossier here really quick. So the Yuty is believed to be related to the T-Rex, but it is noticeably different upon first glance. Feathered creatures are not necessarily viewed as dangerous predators in the same light as other pteropods. However, the Yuty strikes fear into even the most skilled hunters on the island. So far, this thing sounds fantastic. There are a few predators that are able to pack hunt alongside the generally hostile Carnotaurus, like the YUTYRANNUS does, with such ease. It is also the only creature I've seen to consistently induce a state of panic with its roar. Upon hearing it, most creatures in the area will flee for safety. Okay, so that is its wild kind of like description. In the wild, this thing sounds terrifying. It's gonna be really like, you're probably gonna be like trying to tame something and then like this thing comes in and just roars and your creature just bolts away or something, or maybe even cowers down or something like that. I'm really excited to see how this thing's gonna fit into the whole like habitat of Ark. Like, where's it gonna be? It sounds like a redwood creature, first of all. But I don't know, like so far this thing sounds really awesome, but we're going to read about the domesticated part now in a second. A domesticated Yuty can be a powerful offensive or defensive addition to war parties. With its mighty roar, it can induce fear into opposing creatures, so you're going to be able to actually do that effect onto your enemy's creatures, which might stun them or something like that. Meanwhile, a Yuty can be trained to develop a confidence boosting battle cry, which counteracts enemy attempts to induce fear, while also bolstering the resolve of allies. So basically, whenever they roar at you, you can roar back, and they counteract each other essentially. And maybe it will also give your creatures some sort of buff once they have confidence. Maybe that could be kind of cool. So these unique leadership qualities make the YUTYRANNUS a versatile and at times a necessary creature to have on your side during large-scale confrontations. So all in all, this creature sounds really, really unique. I can't wait to actually just try this thing out, and just wandering around the island, like maybe you're going out to get some meat or something like that, maybe you're going taming, just being able to just turn around whenever there's like a stupid Pego or a stupid Troodon or a stupid anything, you could just go ahead and roar, and that creature's just gonna like feck off like way down the river or something like that. Or maybe you can like do the roar and like maybe they'll cower down and you'll be able to just kill them easily. That would be like really handy for taming. Just like, first of all, he's obviously a large predator, so for killing he's going to be pretty good, but for taming as well, like that's going to be really handy. And also it sounds like he has some sort of pack bonus when he's with other creatures, not just because he obviously gives them confidence, but it sounds like maybe he'll have some sort of pack bonus when it's him and maybe a couple other creatures. Like they mentioned Carnos, and they have Carnos in the dossier there, as you can see on the right hand side. There's a, what are they called, Yuty, and then there's two Carnos below him. So obviously that brings us on to the size, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes here. It's pretty exciting to see the size of this creature, and I'm really excited to actually have this thing in the game. The roar mechanic was something that they were actually going to be giving to the T-Rex. Hopefully they'll still give it, because eventually they're going to be doing a pass like on all the current creatures and all the old creatures, especially in Ark. They're going to be doing a massive pass, and they're going to be basically giving them all like different abilities. Like the Trike will eventually have some sort of like skewering, impaling attack with its horns. The T-Rex is supposed to have a roar similar to this that's meant to just scare away other creatures. So maybe the T-Rex won't work against like enemy creatures. Maybe it will only work against like wild creatures. Like, I really still hope that they give that to the T-Rex, because that would be amazing. But I'm very happy to see that there is another large predator being added to the game. So yeah, we'll get on to like some other things here. So I've got a couple other pictures here. So as you can see, that's just a normal like picture I found on like Google Images. So this thing, as you can tell, looks freaking insane. Like, look at those, like the jaw on it. It's like pretty similar to the actual dossier. Like there's like a bunch of different pictures online. I was just kind of looking at them. I just have a couple here to show you because they look really cool. So then I have another one here of like the skeleton on it. As you can see, it looks pretty similar. Like the skull is slightly different shape to like a T-Rex. It's kind of like squashed down a little bit more. It's a little bit longer, I think. But yeah, all in all, it looks like an amazing looking creature, and it's standing up quite, like it's quite long, like it's kind of like hunched forward almost. So it's like, I think the T-Rex stands up a little bit taller. So yeah, pretty awesome looking. So then there's just another picture of it there. He kind of looks like he's had enough of whatever crap's happening. Look, there's birds on his head. He's kind of annoyed with them. So yeah, like this creature, like, could you imagine if they have like colors like this in the game and like random mutations and stuff that you can do with it? Oh man, I can't wait for it. But like, obviously you can see the feathers there. It looks pretty cool as well. I'm actually curious if it's gonna have like the same type of feathers as like the Dodo Rex does, where it's like quite a lot of feathers. Like I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's gonna have something similar to what the Megalosaurus has in the game. Maybe they'll even use the same asset or something. But yeah, it looks amazing. And then there's just another picture of it. And then I've got some more here. This one looks really cool. It's like two of them in a forest and some like velociraptors behind them there. Definitely an awesome looking creature. It has like this kind of thing above, like between its eyes, and it has like kind of like a snout type thing. Like, no, it's not its snout. Like, it's just above like the border of the bridge of its nose or jaw. I don't even know how to describe that part, but like the part just above on the top jaw. As you can see, like most of these pictures, it had like some sort of like bump thing essentially. So I don't know, it kind of looks a little bit different from that. And then right here I have a size comparison from that and the T-Rex against a human. So if you notice, the T-Rex is pretty much like, it's almost 4 meters tall. This thing is almost 3 meters tall, so it's probably going to be the same size as like an Allosaurus in the game. Maybe they'll make this thing a little bit bigger, maybe they'll make it smaller, but either way, it's going to be pretty big towards a human anyway. And riding on one of these things, potentially I would love like a dual saddle or something. They haven't given us a big creature like that, a big strong creature that has like a dual saddle. So like being on one of these guys, like, and then doing the roar thing and then just like shooting the creatures that cower down or start running away, man, that would just be amazing. I'm not sure, they probably won't allow us to be able to shoot on these things, but if there's like a passenger saddle or something, then maybe that could be a cool thing. But yeah, just riding one of these things into battle for one of your raids or whatever, definitely essential, as they were saying in the dossier, because obviously its qualities, like the fact that it's able to induce fear, like, I wonder how that's going to work. Is it going to be a new status effect, or is it going to be something that we've already seen before? Maybe it will just essentially kind of stun the creatures for a couple minutes. Maybe it will just make them like do less damage, or like have like less resistance, like health or something like that. It could be something, I'm not exactly sure. This is just me like throwing out ideas here, because I want to hear what you guys think about this thing, because I really don't know. Like, what do you guys think? How is this whole feared thing gonna work? Because we've never seen anything like this before. It's a very unique thing to this creature, and it's gonna definitely be a massive addition to Ark. And even just like hearing the roar, it's probably gonna be a very, very loud roar. So like being in a forest and you just hear one of these roar, oh man. I wonder actually as well, it will probably do something to the human. I imagine that the roar is gonna be some sort of like status effect, or maybe some sort of stun effect. Maybe it will make you like run away. I don't know if it would do that to a human. It might just make all of the creatures run away, but for like enemy creatures in a raid, it doesn't sound like it would make them run away, because I think that would be a little bit overpowered. Just being able to run in with one of these things, roar, and then suddenly all the other creatures are just turning and running back to the base or something. Doesn't really sound like something that Ark would actually have, because in general they kind of you know, treat the PvP players quite well, in a sense, in terms of like the fact that they don't have any absolutely crazy things like this, and if they introduce this, people will just flip out and like go crazy over it. So I don't know, like it's probably gonna be some sort of status effect. Let me know what you guys think about all that anyway. But yeah, that is the Tyrannosaurus. Oh my god, I'm excited. I cannot wait. I imagine it's probably gonna come before June, considering like the fact that they just announced it. But like when the Equus was announced in January, came out in the end of March, you know, that was pretty quick. So just in general, like, this creature is going to be amazing. Cannot wait for it to be introduced. I'm just sitting here so excited because it looks really cool, and I could just imagine the possibilities in terms of like color mutation. Like a big pink and green one like Barney comes in, roars, and just scares the crap out of anything. Oh my god. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to beat the crap out of that like button. If you guys want to see more like this, you know what to do. You can subscribe. I released a couple really cool videos lately in terms of like the next patch. If you guys want to check those things out, there will be links down below if you want to. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.